Welcome to the LaserApp software tutorial videos. In this session, we'll be discussing how to use LaserApp Anywhere. Several CRMs have what is called a pull integration with LaserApp Anywhere, meaning we can configure it right here in LaserApp Anywhere to pull data from those databases. And to do that, we come right down here to Contact Data, and we have an option here for Configure Pull CRMs. And when you click that, you'll be able to choose your CRM from this dropdown and enter the appropriate information. Once you have that established, you'll be able to choose clients that have been pulled over from those CRMs and be able to pre-populate your forms. Some CRM systems, such as Redtail Technology, have what we call a push integration. What this means is that you can select your client within your CRM system and launch LaserApp Anywhere with the selected client's information. So we'll use Redtail Technology as our example here. And we just need to select our client. And once you have your client selected, we just scroll right down here to the bottom and click Send to LaserApp. And once you're logged into LaserApp Anywhere, you'll notice right here at the top, Launched by Redtail Technology. So now you're ready to fill out the forms for the current client selected. To select a form here in LaserApp Anywhere, we simply come right over here to Search for Forms, and we'll be able to filter it down to the specific forms that we wish to download. First, it'll ask for type: annuities, broker-dealer, clearing firm, insurance, miscellaneous, RA, securities. I'll go ahead and choose securities, and then it'll ask for the vendor. I'm going to go ahead and choose American Funds, and then it'll show me a list of all the forms we do offer for American Funds. I'm just going to go ahead and select two of these forms. I'll do Account Application and Change of Dealer Authorization. Now you notice here at the right side of the screen, the two forms I selected are in the section for Forms in Queue. All I have to do is click Open Forms, and it'll open up the forms already pre-populated with the client currently selected, in this case John Doe. Now to switch between the two forms, I simply use this drop-down next to the name of the account application, and in the drop-down I'll have the list of both the forms that I have open. And when I click on it, it'll automatically switch the form for me, and the form will be pre-populated with John Doe. Now here on the account application, you notice that the first two pages seem to be grayed out. What this means is that there's no fillable fields on these. They're instructional. All of our fillable fields start here at page 3. And you'll notice John Doe's information is already pre-populated on the form. Now, you notice that maybe John Doe's middle initial isn't K, but A. You can simply change it right there on the form. All of these fields are interactive. You can make changes to any existing data, or even type new information onto another line. We also have insert buttons that you can choose from. So if I needed a mailing address here, I can click Insert, and I'll choose, maybe it's his son's address that needs to be filled out on that form. So I click that, and it'll pre-populate with that address. Check your appropriate boxes, and then you simply go to the next page and make sure it is completely filled out. Once you have the form filled out, to print it, we can simply come right here to Print Preview. And here, it's opened up the form, and we can simply scroll through and make sure all the information is accurate. Once you're ready to print it, you simply come right over here to the printer icon, click it, and it'll print to your specified printer. This Print Preview button will handle it just for the account application that's currently here. If you wish to see both of them at the same time, you can click the Print Preview right here, and it'll open up both those forms in that screen and allow you to print them. We also have a Reload button. Maybe you've typed in quite a bit of information and you've decided you want to clear it and start over. If you click Reload, it'll let you know that it'll clear all entries. Click OK. And the information, like right here where I had typed some information and used the insert button, is now cleared. It's gone back to just what was pulled over from the database. Now if you wish to save the form and be able to come back to it at a later time, we have this save button right here. It'll save all forms as a work in progress. And then you just give it a name. And save. And to open that form up, go ahead and clear our queue. We can come right here to My Save Forms, click Tutorial, and it'll open up both those forms with the information that was on them when you saved them. Now, if you ever notice a problem on a form, like maybe it's pulling wrong information, you can simply click right here, Form Details and Problem Report. Fill out the appropriate information and click Submit. And that'll go right to our forms department. They'll be able to look into any issue. You also have the ability to group forms together. Maybe there's several forms you need every time a new client comes in, and instead of having to go searching for them and checking them off individually each time you wish to open them, you can actually group them together. And to do that, we come back here to Search for Forms. Go ahead and select your type, and then select the vendor. And then we just go ahead and select a couple of forms. I'll just go ahead and select those three. And I'm going to save to Personal Forms Group. And here we just need to give it a category. And since I've already created one, I'll just use that. And then I need to give it a group name. And then click Save. Now let me go ahead and clear out of here. Now if I wish to open that group up, I can now come right here to Personal Form Groups, and in my drop down I'll notice Anywhere, as well as the group names I've created. So I'm going to use that tutorial that I've just created, and when I click on it, you'll notice it'll give you a list of the forms. Now if I check that off, it'll let me know that in this group I have those three forms I selected, and then all I have to do is simply click Open Forms, and it'll open up all three of the forms in that group for me. Now, if your broker-dealer does supply you with some form groups, you can actually locate those right here. In my case, I have Acme Brokerage Published Groups, and it'll show me a list of the groups I have for them. Now, also under Personal Form Groups, I can manage my groups. So if I click Manage Groups, it'll let me know here is my category, defined categories. I can rename that or get rid of it if I no longer need this grouping. And then here I can choose which of my group names I wish to modify. So if I was to say use that one that's called Test, I no longer need that. I can simply delete it. Or even the forms in the group, I can modify which ones are there now. Additional information could be entered for your broker information as well as your rep information. You could do that right here under Active Form Data. And for rep and agent data, you can simply click that button and it'll allow you to add information pertaining to your rep or agent. And under broker IMO data, you can enter all the information appropriate for that section also. And once it's entered here under these sections, it'll pre-populate in the appropriate areas on the form. Under the My Account settings, we have a couple of options down here. Account credentials. This is where you can come to change your password, email, enter a security question, and you can check your remote signing. We can also choose which states you wish to have access to for your insurance. And it's as simple as holding down the Control key and then just checking off those states that you wish to have access to. We can even adjust how your Laser App Anywhere appears on your screen with the Adjust Theme option. And if you don't want the blue to show, you can check off any of the options we have there. You can decide if you like that color or simply change to a different. This concludes Laser App Software's Anywhere tutorial video. If you have any further questions, feel free to give us a call at 800-985-2174, and option 3 will take you right to our technical support department. Or you can email us at support@laserapp.com. Thank you.